Hello everyone, I am back once again, and today I'm going to be covering another game here, one that goes back to the days of yore. For those who don't know, I'm actually going to be covering the Toy Story game, or, just Toy Story the action game, or something. It went by many names back in the day, but yeah, this is a game that actually, I remember playing back in the days. It goes as far back as 2000 or even 1999. I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, my childhood is actually something of a blur. Like, there's like a lot of days that I actually don't remember. Like, even when it comes to gaming, I actually don't remember like when I played so and so games and all that stuff. I can only give you guys like a rough like like a rough timeline as to when I played so and so games. But this one I believe goes back as far back as 2000 or 1999. I say 1999 because this game only came out like in 1995, the same year that the film was released. So, and I got the PC version, which was released a year after the ones for the consoles. So I don't know. After 3 years, I don't know if that game would still be like available like that much, since we actually got it, I believe, at a either at a Staples Center or at a Fry's store. One of those two places where I got the Toy Story game for the first time for the PC. I'm actually gonna be playing the one for the Sega Genesis though, because I actually don't know if I can actually record off a SNES. Honestly, I know I can with the Sega Genesis because the Sega Genesis actually has like this cable that allows me to record with component cables, so that allows me to actually use the RetroTink 4K once again to actually, be able to record properly off this flat screen. Because for those who don't know, I'm actually still using a flat screen to actually play all these old games and on these retro consoles. Which is another thing that's worth noting about me covering this game on this channel right now, is that I'm actually going to be playing this game on the original hardware. I'm not going to be doing what I did with Contra, where I played the majority of the games with the Anniversary Collection on the Nintendo Switch. I'm actually playing this on the actual Sega Genesis console, which was something I went out of my way to get because I wanted to actually play this game. And crazily enough, I just think it's crazy that they announced this Anniversary Collection for Toy Story, specifically after, like, I got this, honestly. Or shortly after I got this, honestly. So it's kind of like, damn. Had I just waited a little longer, I probably would have been able to just, wait for that to come. But I figured right now, since the game is, like, currently, or since the franchise is currently popping off right now because of the release of Toy Story 5 and the Anniversary Collection for the video games, I figured why not cover it on my channel just to, kind of mark the occasion in a way. So, yeah. So here we go. We're going to see what we can do here. I believe the A button, let's see if A button still functions the way it does. Okay. They want us to press start, I think. Which one's start? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so, Toy Story is kind of a hard game for those who don't know. As to which one's the hardest one, I actually don't know though, but I just know that all versions of the game is pretty hard. The PC version, I remember it being quite hard to play, and I do remember the footage that I've seen for the Sega Genesis and SNES versions, and they both seem to have their own differences that make them each distinctively hard in their own ways. But again, it's kind of hard for me to tell which one's the hardest one, honestly. Maybe the SNES version is hard because supposedly that one has like zoom in issues, but I'm not really sure how that is since I've never played it. So I guess for all intents and purposes, it's actually good that I'm playing the Sega Genesis version, because that one actually is said to be the definitive version of the game compared to the PC version or the SNES version, which both have cut content for one reason or another. It could be due to limitations, but bottom line is that if you ever want to play this game, the complete version is always going to be the Sega Genesis version. I heard that the SNES version a lot of people use for speedrunning purposes, and the PC, I guess, for retro purposes. But this game isn't retro in general, so I don't really know what the deal is there, honestly. Regardless, I'm just playing it on the Sega Genesis version because, again, this was like one of the consoles where I could actually play this game, and I didn't know how I feel about using the SNES version, honestly. I feel like the Genesis version is more closer to the PC version anyway, so again, that's probably why I just went out of my way. And I personally do have a copy of the PC version of the game in my possession, but unfortunately it doesn't actually work with modern PCs, so that is a royal shame, since I'm personally a huge fan of the music in that version of the game. But it be what it be. Anyway, so Toy Story, this is the game, and these are the options. If you're like me and can be dumb sometimes, there's the help, so you can see what everything stands for. There's a bonus star, which is just stars. They're like coins from Super Mario. Because yeah, for those who don't know, Toy Story is actually like a platformer of sorts, kind of like Super Mario, but you know, it's got Woody instead of Mario, which is kind of cool, honestly. Kind of makes me wish there was like more platforming games involving Woody, since let it be known that Woody is actually one of my favorite characters of all time. But anyway, let's see. The extra try is the hat. It's like a one up basically. The hit point is basically like health, you know, and the checkpoints are, you know, those flags that you'll see like when you go by like the levels and stuff. You're gonna see it all when I start playing the game here. There's also options here apparently. Here's where you can control the, you know, the character. Here's the amount of tries you can get. You can go with 1 or 5. So yeah, I think because of how hard this game is, I'm gonna actually start with 5. Interestingly enough, I think in the PC version, the amount of hats you have actually determines the difficulty, but in reality, there's not really much of a difficulty. It's just, I think the game is equally difficult no matter how many hats you start off with, but, you know, like the harder, quote unquote, you set the difficulty on the PC version, the more hats you'll have, basically. Or the more hats you will not have, I guess you could say. The more difficult you put it. I think I was speaking backwards again, but it'd be what it be. So yeah, because of how hard this game is, I think I will just actually go with the full 5, since it is a relatively hard game. It may even be harder than Contra 3, honestly, on the SNES, so be what it be. The storyline, if I want it on, because I'm actually showcasing this game and I'm actually going to be talking over it to give you guys my own perspective, I'm actually going to leave this on, so I think with all that, we should be fine. There we go. Press start to, I guess, save the stuff. And with that, yeah, we're going to start the game. So this game, obviously, it's a platformer, but it's supposed to also be done in a way that actually follows with what the film delivers, basically. Of course, because it's a video game, it's going to take some liberties here and there. Once that as a kid, I really was like taken aback by. So here we go. We're gonna see how it all unfolds. The good old sound effects. So here we go. It says here that Andy's birthday is today. Quick, send the sergeant downstairs with his team of green army men to see if Andy has any new toys. Okay, everyone, today's Andy's birthday and we need to find out what presents he is going to be given. Yeah. Oh, I think Rex was asking that question actually. Okay, Sergeant, this is the code red. We need a Rico's post downstairs. Now, how can I help? Sir, remove the lid on the bucket of soldiers so my men can get out. Then find the baby monitor on the shelf and knock it down to my men below. This is basically like the Q branch thing in GoldenEye, basically, where he tells you how, what you have to do in the level that you're about to explore. That old army game is what this level is called. It even tells you right here with the Etch-a-Sketch that gotta open a bucket of soldiers, find the baby monitor, take it to the troops, and then they will take it to, you know, to that place where they actually supervise Andy and his friends and all that stuff for the discovery of what the presents hold and all that stuff. It's all that sort of stuff. So yeah, as you can see, the game it's very similar to what the PC version looks like. The SNES version, and this was one of the reasons why I was actually hesitant to try the SNES version first, is because even though I'm more of a Nintendo guy as opposed to like a Sega guy or anything like that, or even PlayStation guy, this version actually is more faithful to the PC version. Or actually, not really. Well, because in reality, this was the game that came out first. In fact, I think this version came out before the SNES version, and then what's it called? The PC version came out the following year. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, I think it should be the PC version that's being faithful to this version. But again, because I grew up with the PC version as opposed to the Sega Genesis version, I guess you can say it kind of functions backwards for me. So as you can see, there's the bucket of soldiers, the thing that Sarge decided to instruct us to actually do. Even though in the film he kind of does it on his own. So you're going to see right here, the soldiers are going to come out of the bucket, and he's actually going to, you know, he's going to send his troops to parachute down to the ground to, you know, make their way to pick up the baby monitor. There's also a freaking helicopter here. This guy right here, for some reason, fall down, and the helicopter actually aids him for some reason. Which is kind of funny because this helicopter thing is actually one of those, like, quote-unquote enemies you have to avoid. Because otherwise you get hit by him. What I find funny is that this soldier actually gets on the helicopter and immediately is, like, trying to get in your way regardless. You'd think the soldier would actually try to, like, help Woody from getting hit by this thing, but it doesn't seem to function that way. There's Mr. Potato Head right here. He's just chilling, which is funny. As a kid, I thought this was kind of cute, though, truth be told. As well as this bank here, which is one of the first things you see when you watch the film. I think in the PC version, these B blocks used to actually be like A, B, and C and all that stuff, but here it's just B's for some reason. These are the stars you collect. Those trains are like your obstacles to avoid, along with the helicopters. Here are, you know, Sarge's troops waiting for the baby monitor to come down. These are like question mark balloons, which have they have flies inside them for some reason. The reason why it has a question mark is because you either get flies or you get hit point stars instead, which actually can be useful if you're actually taking a lot of damage. So here's the baby monitor that Sarge wanted us to, you know, bring down for him so that his troops can take it over there to, you know, downstairs to, you know, supervise what's going on. Because, yeah, supposedly this is all taking place during Andy's birthday. Andy being the kid who has all these toys in his room. And we're right now in his room doing all kinds of shenanigans. So there you go. Ham is also here chilling too. So let's see, there's some stars here too that you want to collect, but the stars, when I was a kid, I thought these stars really didn't mean anything, but they kind of do actually, because if you get enough of those, you can either get hats or hit points, which are, I think, crucial. These are the hit points, by the way. When you take damage, you can actually collect those to restore some of your health. If you can preserve them, then you might as well, because this game, again, is pretty hard. You're gonna find yourself getting hit a lot. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Crap slinging. I'm telling you, this game is like pretty tricky with it. This game is also kind of long, so chances are that I might actually have to like do this in like 2 sessions. Because again, it takes a bit long. And I'm probably going to be dying a lot, kind of like what happened with Contra Hardcore. Speaking of Contra Hardcore now though, now that I actually got a Sega Genesis, I might as well actually go out of my way to play the game on the original hardware. And dang it, I actually freaking missed a jump. That's next levels of insanity. And I took a bunch of hits for it. Not cool, man. Okay, I gotta be careful with this helicopter, because, yeah, likes to be annoying with it. Okay, I'm a little limited right now, so I gotta be... Great. There we go. Jeez, I don't know why I missed that. Usually I don't miss that. Okay, I gotta watch out with that. That's nothing good. Is this good? Nope. These are flies. Okay, this part is a little tricky because there's airplanes, and then there's trains, and you gotta avoid them all. There is a hat right there. I'm gonna try to get this real quick. Yeah, there. So one of the things I like about this level is that it's very easy. So because of that, for me personally, it's in my interest to just get all the stars in this level. This game's all about platforming, but you do have a means of defense in the form of this pull string that Woody has, which he can use to not only attack, or should I say, kind of defend yourself from all the obstacles in the form of tying like lassos around them so that they're like restrained for a bit. But they don't get taken out completely, which is, I think, one of the biggest differences compared to other platforming games. So yeah, there's the other baby monitor up here. You're supposed to actually be right there with Robot and Rocky in order to end the level. Because if you just keep going right here, you're basically gonna not end anything. You're just still gonna be here as if nothing. Watch out with the trains. And there you go. That's the first level. And as you can see, I got 50, so because of that I got a hat. I believe in the PC version, if you get all 50, not only do you get the hat, but you also get the 4 hit points as well. Like, you get 4 hit points. So if you have like 1 hit point left, if you get 50 stars, you actually get to get hit points as well, which is cool. Here, as you can see, this is Sarge and his men making their way downstairs, obviously. This is when they get to that one plant to actually hide and be able to observe what's going on. I think in Andy's living room downstairs. I'm not really sure where they were at. The film doesn't really make it clear where they were, I think. I don't remember because I haven't watched the film in years, but that's just from what I remember. I don't remember them ever showing, like... I think they only showed the living room in, like, at the beginning of the film, but when they were going downstairs, I don't think they showed it. They just showed, like, the lobby and stuff like that. So here's the next level right here. It's called Red Alert. It wants us to, you know, get all the toys in their place before Andy gets home. So, yeah, it's that one part, basically, where, you know, they were finding out what the presents were, and out of nowhere Rex gets panic heavy, and then once they put their the batteries back on the baby monitor, they end up freaking panicking and saying that Andy's coming and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically what this is. As you saw, Mr. Potato Head actually was already like ready. He was just waiting for you to just put him in there. Ham is gonna do something similar, where he actually walks his way over there, and he's also gonna be chilling. This robot though is a different story though, because this guy will just keep going if you miss him. So it's important to actually wait for him appropriately and then just dump them both in there. So yeah, pretty cool. As you can see, I'm playing this game relatively decently. I do know this game sorta like the back of my hand too. It is a game that goes back after all. So I kinda know a lot of things. Here's Rex. The funniest, probably the funniest character in the series. I was gonna say in the game, but in the game, well, actually in the game he's kind of funny too, actually, if you really think about it. You're gonna see what I mean in a bit. There goes Rex. I don't know why, but this thing right here, I don't know why, it reminds me of the warp pipes from Super Mario. So every time I see this, even when I played the PC version back in the day, it just screams Nintendo for some reason. It's one of those things that you think of as a kid that you just kind of find yourself asking yourself, why did I think that way? And to this day, I honestly couldn't tell you why. Maybe it's because it looks all colorful and stuff, but I couldn't tell you. Here's more stars. This is another level where enemies are not even prevalent, so you don't have to worry about taking damage whatsoever. You just have to simply do your bidding here. There's RC and there's Rocky, obviously. RC, for some funny reason, cannot just drive around this bucket and just get under the bed, and Rocky can't do the same either, because again, this is a platformer. We're supposed to play like as if this is all, you know, as if this is... Oh, I always hated this part here in the PC version, because it was... You couldn't actually see what, like, how many stars were actually up here until, you know... You actually never could. Only in this version of the game you could, which, again, makes it feel super good when you actually get everything. And dang it! I was supposed to get the other stars. This means I might get hit points instead. 47. So that means I might get 2 question mark? Yeah, because if you get 49, you get 4 hit points. No hat. In the PC version, anyway. And then the when you get 48, you get 3, and then 47, 2, and then 46, 1. So I want to believe that's how it functions. So here's the third level, obviously. Right here, they're gonna like talk about how the new toy has arrived, and it's Buzz Lightyear, and yeah, Woody's like, what's he doing here, or something like that. Then Buzz Lightyear comes to life and starts saying that he thinks he's a space ranger and all. And Woody's like, you actually think you're the Buzz Lightyear? Or some shit like that. But yeah. They say it in a very different manner here through this text, as you can see, compared to what it actually says in the film. But that's exactly what I find funny about it. Hey, you say he has a laser? How come you don't have a laser, Woody? It's not a laser. It's a little light bulb that blinks. Gee, Woody, sounds like laser envy. Maybe we need a race to settle this. You see that? Like, they never said anything about racing. But nonetheless, that's what this level is going to be all about. It's called Ego Check, which is kind of interesting, actually. It goes to show you that even Woody has an ego. It tells you to try to keep up with Buzz, to show that you're just as good a toy as him. try to swing on hooks using your pull string to cross larger gaps. Yeah, that makes sense. But in reality, you're not actually racing Buzz because Buzz just kind of beats you by default. But the platforming here is a little hectic. You're going to see right now. There's sharks here. There's bouncy balls. There's hooks. Ooh. I was trying to actually grab that hook thingy, and I couldn't. So, okay. So it seems like I only got one hit point for 47. So again, I guess that you only get one for each one in this game. Which again it's like another point to drive home about of whether or not this game could be harder than the other versions. This hook thing that you do with Woody is actually one of my favorite things about this game, that you can actually like do that to just come off as badass. You just do it all day, and then there's Buzz in the background. This whole thing is just cool to see. Buzz being a freaking swagster while Woody's actually putting in effort to get across all this platforming because Buzz ain't doing crap. It's arguably my favorite level in this whole game. So much so that I remember as a kid actually trying to reenact this whole level, because there was a time when I actually didn't have this game anymore because of the PC that we had. We kind of ended up giving it away, and yeah, I couldn't play it anymore. So because of that, I ended up collecting all the toys just to reenact these levels. Oh crap! Shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! I can't get anywhere! I can't get anywhere! I can't get anywhere! Fluff! I fell down. It's one of the things I don't like about this level is that I just slip off sometimes. Ooh. Freaking Buzz Lightyear. Swimming. I used to have a trampoline, and I always used to try to do all those moves that Buzz did. Just because it was fun. Yeah, I'm just gonna get that, just to, you know, get it. Okay, watch out. This was something... How did I not... Oh, now I get it? That doesn't make sense right there. How do I get it and then not get it from the higher elevation? You'd think I would get it. Dang it. I should have gotten that and that would have been fine. Oh yeah, here's another part that's pretty cool. Look at that. No balls. I like how there's tennis balls down there, considering this is supposed to be a desk. It's supposed to be like super elevated. Yet there's like balls everywhere here that are just airborne. As a kid, I remember asking myself, how on earth are these balls floating this high up? Because these are all like desks and cabinets and stuff. So you'd think you'd be able to actually do something. Oh shoot, I didn't think that hit me. Crap, sling it. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to get something here. Uh-oh. Oh, freaking shit. If I remembered this game like the back of my hand, I probably would actually like known what to do here. But sometimes the timing for this stuff is also pretty like off-putting, and of course. Okay. To be honest, I'm not really accustomed to playing this game with an actual controller, because for this game, this is a game that I actually remember playing with a keyboard because I was playing it on the PC. So, ooh, get it, yes. I need more hit points, honestly. Whew, because sometimes you could miss that hit point. There's the 50, so I get another hat. So if I go down, you know, we livin'. Well, Woody, while you did keep up with me, you know I could fly around this room with my eyes closed. Okay then, Mr. Lightyear, prove it. Alright then, I will. Stand back, everyone. The good old film. I think this is one of the things that they actually got right from the film, that they translated correctly from the film. Because this is all definitely what they say. To infinity and beyond, because he leaps off the bed, dives down, does the usual shtick. Where he goes like... He doesn't even fly. Like Woody even said, it's literally falling with style, because you would never want to dive headfirst like Buzz did, but he did. And it resulted in all kinds of like sequences that made it always seem like he was flying. He was dangling off one of those airplane thingies to actually quote unquote fly around. And then he just falls. Again, with style. Crowd of toys rush up to Buzz, cheering loudly. Wow, Buzz, yeah. Woody can't believe it because that's silly, honestly. The mobile sails through the air and makes a perfect landing on the bed. Yeah, because that's to be expected. Even Woody's like, oh, now all the toys think Buzz can fly, which is silly. Well, in a couple days, everything will be back the way it was. They'll see. They'll see I'm still Andy's favorite toy. Yeah. What I should do now is stop worrying about Buzz and just get some sleep. This is actually telling because this next level is supposed to be a reference to a scene that was actually never filmed for the final product of the film, basically. It was a deleted scene, supposedly, where Woody actually has like an actual nightmare and has to deal with Buzz with real lasers and stuff like that. I guess as a form of karma for making fun of Buzz, thinking he's a real space ranger. So he has to now deal with what a real space ranger is like. Although this actually looks like a lot more like Nightmare Fuel, if anything. So this is like the first of 2 boss fights, or maybe 3. It really just depends. Where you have to take on Buzz with real lasers and shit. Have to watch out here. Ooh. Once you know his pattern, it's not that bad. If you're a newcomer to this game, though, it can be a little difficult. So you can see it's very simple. This is supposed to be a game made for kids, so I guess it makes sense why it's like it's got some lenience here and there. But it is pretty hard still. You just gotta be doing things in a timely manner. And dang it, I missed that last one. There we go. There we go. This is one of those levels where you can almost never get the 50 stars here because the stars scatter like that, obviously. I think in the SNES version it actually falls a lot more like in a way where you can get them all, but here, no. It's all over the place, just like the PC version, I remember. So here we cut to like a few scenes later to the part where, you know, where Andy's like playing with Woody and Buzz on Sunset, and they actually make preparations to go to Pizza Planet. Which sounds like an equivalent to Chuck E. Cheese, interestingly enough, but, you know, it is what it is. It's this part where Woody devises a plan to, you know, make it so that Andy takes only him and make him forget about Buzz. What he wanted to do here was actually, from what I remember, he wanted to actually use RC to, like, just kind of push him into the back of a, like a cabinet or something. So because of that, you know, he tried to do that, but he ended up launching Buzz out of the window. And because of that, we're going to be doing that right here. Buzz clip, use RC to try and knock Buzz behind the desk. That's what we try to do, but instead we knock him out. This is a interesting level too, because this is where platforming is completely out of the picture. It does what Contra does, where it actually has a whole different like game mechanic here, just to like mix things up. Ooh. Yeah, but it is a hard level because it's kind of hard to navigate with RC here. Here, I cannot really preoccupy myself too much with the stars because otherwise this will happen. I can try to get as many just to get some HP, but otherwise, like, I might as well just skip them. It is hard, as you can see, to get all the stars because RC's hitbox doesn't seem to collect them very well. Also, it's difficult to get the power cells in this game because they go flying. Even if you gently hit Buzz, that power cell goes flying like crazy. In the PC version, if you hit it gently, it doesn't fly like crazy. But here, look, gently, boom, it goes all the way over there, which is like insane work. So obviously, I kind of had to like go aggressively here. Had to be careful not to hit anything because you'll bounce out of control if you do. This is a level that definitely requires patience. Props to anyone who speed runs this level though, because this is like one of the hardest levels to play. This orientation is also very weird. Ooh, there we go. I was about to miss that. If I miss that, I'll be turning around and then spinning out of control afterwards. Not very fun. Not very fun. This is also a very long level too. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! The power cell! The power cell! The power cell! Give me it. Ooh! I missed those stars. Ooh! Yeah, 4 stars. At least get a couple of them. Ooh! There's another one. Well, of course you go all the way over there. Don't crash. Ooh. Crap. Give me. Oof. Oh, crap. Get at least a star. At least one. Ooh. Oh, shoot. I went out of control. There we go. Ooh. There we go. Whew. Damn. Hard level. I couldn't get all the stars because if I did, I'd run out of juice and then I'd lose. This RC level was one of the reasons why I actually tried getting myself an RC car too, honestly, like for the toys as well. And I actually did, but unfortunately it's one of those like that are tethered with a controller instead of it actually being completely like wireless and stuff like that. Oh shoot, what am I doing? Oh yeah, this is a minigame that lets you get hit points if you don't actually miss on all three of these, but it is kind of hard. It's hard because yeah, this controller just kind of does you dirty. It's all reaction based, and of course, yeah, it's because remember that I'm actually using a freaking a D-pad, not a joystick. So with a joystick, this would have been a lot easier, but with a D-pad, it's really hard to freaking hit all those things. So because of that, I got no hit points, which is unfortunate. Thankfully for me, this next level actually does still have hit points. There comes a point in this game where hit points stop showing up altogether, honestly. Only in the SNES version do some hit points show up here and there, but for this one, no. You have to literally earn them through this minigame, which is, I guess, kind of hard, honestly. Especially if you don't got like a very good controller for this. Playing this on the on that Toy Story like bundle pack thingy might actually come in handy if they come for the Switch as well, which I think it is. But if it doesn't run at 60 FPS like it does here on the Sega Genesis, then what's even the point, honestly? Revenge of the Toys. Yeah, this is the next level. This is where all the toys that you were chilling with earlier, they all hate you now. So if you come in contact with them, they'll actually do damage to you and stuff. You might actually see that here because it's going to be difficult dodging a lot of these enemies. There's Rex running. He's like, I don't like confrontation, so I'm getting out of here. And he'd be running like a pussy. Although I don't blame him on the lack of confrontation and whatnot. Because I actually don't like confrontations myself. I don't even like arguing with people. Even though people have accused me of arguing a lot with people. But in reality, I don't like arguing with people at all. Because sometimes, like, a lot of the arguments just stem from differing opinions. And those usually end up with nothing. Like, there's no, I guess, consensus or whatever the hell, however you call it. So because of that, I don't even bother with it. Or I try to avoid it as much as possible. Just like Rex is here with this problem that Woody got himself into. And crap slinging, I was trying to... It's because I keep thinking I'm playing Contra, and I keep thinking that I can just, like, jump down, like, below the platform, but I can't do that, actually. See, this is what I mean by, there still being hit points in this level, even though this level's starting to enter gritty territory, as you can see with the background of Andy's room. And it comes with each checkpoint, which is actually pretty neat. It's giving you one last flash before you get into that area where there are no hit points to replenish your health and whatnot. Okay, I don't remember if I wanted to get all the stars for this, but, you know, efforts can be warranted, and crap sling it. Oh, there were stars there. You know what, I'm gonna get them. You know what they say, if I see it, it's kind of hard for me to, like, ignore it. If I don't see it, it don't hurt me. Ooh, that's a balloon. There are no stars, though. Avoid that. Dang it. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to hit me, but it didn't, thankfully. Okay. Dang it. Turn around. Shoot. I was trying to actually just, like, get the flag, but... Or trying to, like, open the flag, but not get the hit points. I wanted to save those for later, because right here, this is where we run into the first of angry toys here. It's none other than Mr. Potato Head. What's up, Potato Head? That's Mr. Potato Head to you, you backstabbing murderer. Oh yeah, we'll take that. I do like that you can actually do that just to kind of like disable him for a bit. Oh shoot, he went that way. Crab sling it. Actually, you know what? Do it again. Go crazy, go crazy. There we go. Gotta do this a lot. Can't hit this thing. Precision. Watch out. Ooh, oh shoot, that's a snake. The snake is actually invincible. You actually can't do anything about the snake. Gotta watch out with these balloons, because these balloons give you canicas, marbles. You don't want to be taking damage from silly marbles. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a lot of these. crazily enough. How many marbles does Andy have in his room? Okay, there we go. There's another star right here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, dang it. Crap slinging, crap slinging. Oh, you kidding me? There's literally all kinds of crap here. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I gotta get that next checkpoint here then. There's the robot. Robot podium duty. Okay, let's see. There's coins falling, so that's definitely gotta be Ham. In the PC version, these balloons in this level, they actually were always marbles, but in this level, in this version of the game, there's actually a chance that you could actually get another hit point somewhere around here. But it's not very common. It's actually very rare, if anything. Okay, I gotta watch out here because Ham be throwing his coins at me. I don't need your change, piggy. Fun fact, I actually do have a actual like Ham piggy bank. And it's currently the only surviving toy that I still have. Because I used to have like all kinds of Toy Story toys, including Bo, but unfortunately I lost her. So, and then I have the RC2, although that one's currently like just in my attic closet thingy. I don't know what you call it. It's like that little, it's that higher ceiling of your closet area, basically. I also have I do have a Buzz Lightyear figure too, honestly, and a Woody one as well, although the hat is missing, and I think his star thingy is also missing. So yeah, that's kind of what time does to toys. But yeah, but Ham is one of those that oh, I also have Lenny too, but the freaking the little thing that lets you zoom and whatnot, that thing broke. So also a little bit of the front broke too, which is pretty annoying, but it be what it be. Actually, it was the foot that broke a little bit. But yeah, again, it's just one of those things that you kind of really just can't do much about. But yeah, Ham is one of those that I remember even like bidding that shit, like, because I wanted that toy no matter what, and I got it. And to this day, I still have him with me right here. Obviously, you can't see him because I don't have a face cam, unfortunately. But yeah. Okay, so here's the final part of the level. And it's instead of taking out some blocks or something like that, it's just Rocky preventing Rex from escaping. Because Rocky want Rex to confront everybody. But Woody's a good pal, so he's going to actually help Rex here. And actually give Rocky una nalgada. Un cinturonazo is what he's going to get right here. Whoosh! Watch out, though. There you go. Keep him tied up, and we get to leave. In the PC version, if you give him the nalgada, he actually doesn't hit. He doesn't damage you whatsoever. But here, I think he does. That's why you're able to tie him up. Whereas in the PC version, you couldn't tie him up whatsoever, but he also doesn't hurt you. So, a lot of funny glitches that the games had. What he did to Buzz, he could do to any of us. Another toy gets too much attention, and it's out the window. We've got to stop him. Look, there he is with Rex. Let's get him. Here's another part of the game that actually takes its liberties because of the fact that it's not in the film whatsoever. It's basically Rex being all like, how I hate confrontations, which he does. But he says that, frankly, I don't know what to make of all this, but you helped me through the room, so let's get out of here. Yeah. Supposedly, in this game, Rex actually escapes with Woody. What's hilarious, though, is that because of how the film progresses later on, Rex will not be accompanying you. He's only going to help you get out of Andy's room, if anything. But he stays to basically get, I don't know, like, canceled by the rest of the toys or something for helping Woody after what he did to Buzz. So, yeah. This is one of those like run Rex run levels, so we have to like kind of, this is like a side-scrolling level, auto-scrolling level, but it's very fast-paced, so we got to be able to like keep up and stuff. As you can see, this level was one of the harder levels, but now in recent years this level has now become more interesting because I don't know if you guys remember when I played Contra Hardcore, there was a level that actually kind of played like this, where Sheena's like riding on the fucking that little like motorcycle thing with hands and feet. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this right here. And this, I wonder if it was inspired by it because remember that Contra Hardcore came out in 1994 and this game came out only a year afterwards. These are the soldiers. RC's chasing you, which is kind of crazy. He's actually aggressive with it. He wants to run your face over. And then there's airplanes to dodge, which drop a lot of these soldiers. There's also trains, so that in case RC, like if RC can't get you, the trains will get you. It's a pretty cool platforming. Like, it takes platforming to a different level, because you're not really like avoiding platforming. You're not doing like a lot of platforming. You're just avoiding obstacles, if anything, which I guess kind of functions like platforming, but you know, it's different. It's not like hopping from platform to platform, avoiding gaps where you can fall to your death or anything like that. It's just literally avoid getting hit by stuff. One of my favorite things, definitely, for sure, because those are one of the things I definitely tried reenacting when I had the Toy Story toys and, you know, had to play with, you know, with them in real life as opposed to in the game. So here comes Buzz here now, trying to like do the whole thing of like getting on Andy's car to, ajustar cuentas with Woody, basically, because he knows that Woody was the one responsible for him falling out the window. Woody's all like, Buzz, I'm so glad you're alright. But you know, Sheriff, we don't take practice of revenge on my planet. But we're not on my planet, are we? And then, you know, that's when the fight starts again. So here's the other, like, boss battle that you get in this game. It's again another fight with Buzz. This time you have to actually dodge him, like, in a relatively unique type of way. And you have to actually, like, instead of hitting him just like the way you did with Nightmare Buzz, you actually have to, like, shoot a tire at him. And literally tire him out. The problem is that in this version, the tire's kind of hard to land on him. Once he frees himself from this, like he starts jumping around. Oh, yeah, he schmixes you too, like once he's like almost done. Dang it, I missed it. I'm watching out. I'm gonna stay right here. There we go. You have to shoot the tire upwards in order for Buzz to actually like hit you and whatnot. Oh shoot. Okay, he's gonna schmix me somewhere around here. Okay, never mind. I'm low in HP, so chances are I don't make this one. Oh, yeah. I like the utter he makes when he gets caught in that shit. He's like, ooh. In the PC version, he has a different voice clip too. He's like, ooh. Chill out, Buzz. It's funny how in the film, Woody's the one that actually loses the fight, but it's here where Woody has to win the fight in order to keep progressing through the game. That is pretty cool, honestly. It's kind of like redeeming Woody in a way. But Woody was actually like a flawed character in the first film. Like, he wasn't perfect. He definitely had like an ego about him. He was actually getting jealous that Buzz was becoming the favorite toy as opposed to him. And he came off as patronizing with the other toys, you know, like the whole, it doesn't matter how much we're being played with, you know. He says that, but then when it happens to him, he gets all angry, see? Like I kind of get that, honestly. But it's also like, yeah, you can't expect like to be treated the same way after, you know, exposing yourself in that type of way. But anyways, here's the next level. They see a Pizza Planet truck, so they go in it. Woody gets all like bombarded by all kinds of stuff in the trunk because he didn't have his seatbelt on, and the guy was a crazy driver. Understandably so, because he has to deliver pizzas and whatnot. And once they get there, Woody comes up with the idea, inadvertently, to go inside the Pizza Planet place, dressed up as food for some reason. And this is what we have to do here. Again, this is another level where platforming isn't necessarily a thing, you just have to avoid obstacles. In this particular case, we're dodging french fries, hot dogs, and hamburgers for some reason. Which is kind of funny because this is Pizza Planet. Since when are there hot dogs and hamburgers in a pizza place? Honestly, I'd be surprised. But either way, yeah, we have to just dodge all this food, hilariously enough. As to why this food falls, I don't know, honestly. Maybe there's an earthquake or something. Oh shoot, I forgot I only had 1 HP. Fluff. I'm actually surprised I survived the Buzz battle match, all things considered. Yeah, as you can see, if these things hit you, you take damage. That's unbelievable though. Can you believe that food is actually gonna be the one to be your undoing? Although that food must be hot. But again, why fall? I don't know. There's either an earthquake going on, or there's freaking, maybe there's a fan that's very strong and it's blowing all the food away, maybe? That's a possibility. And if this place is outdoors, then even more so. Like if the whole restaurant is outdoors, because for me the place always looked like an outdoor venue, but I'm not sure if it actually is. It could just be a space ceiling that looks like if it's at if it's in actually like at nighttime or something. But in reality, it might be one of those like indoor attractions that just look dark with stars and whatnot, just to, you know, give it the outer space vibe. Which, yeah, that makes sense. But even indoors, there's also like fans and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, this is one of those levels where, yeah, you have to avoid paper planes so that these quote-unquote kids with extremely long legs don't run you over, because they kind of do. Imagine them getting kicked literally by this damn kid. That'd be next levels of insanity. Have to dodge so many of them. In the PC version, there was only like a handful of these, but in this version of the game, there's like so many of them. Every few steps, another freaking guy shows up with a paper plane. But thankfully, that's it. This level actually goes for far too long, too. Got the 50, so we got another hat. Got another minigame, but again, I don't know if I'll be able to like get anything because the freaking thingamabobber here is pretty difficult to react to. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, look at that, look at that. I can't even do anything. I don't know if I had to like press a specific combination in order to land this, but oh my god, I got all three of them. Holy shit. Okay, that was lucky. That's a pretty good showing for this presentation. Anyway, so Woody is gonna now go find Andy because, or yeah, that's what he needed to do. But unfortunately, Buzz decides to get like distracted by a rocket that for some reason looks like it was gonna launch, because there was actually a sign that said ready for launch, but in reality it was just a little like crane machine with little aliens inside it and stuff like that. So that's where Woody is basically headed to. But again, this game once again takes its liberties, and actually we're not going straight into the claw machine. We're actually gonna go what they call inside the claw machine, you know, where all the mechanics of how the machine works is all, which is still kind of insane, because again, I don't think a crane machine is this extensive. Like, you mean to tell me that this whole thing is the crane machine? Doubt. Woody would have probably like still, this would have all been pretty small to Woody if anything. But alas. Here's where the platforming comes into play once again here. And it's done pretty decently, I'd say. You just gotta go around all this. This is what actual platforming is. But it's interesting how this game actually takes different like forms of gameplay to kind of mix things up. It's probably one of the reasons why I remember this game so fondly. Okay. Here's another hard part of that. In the PC version, there was actually no flipping coins. Great, great. I'm falling all the way. Okay, gotta watch out with that. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, are you kidding me? Unlike in the, actually, I don't know if this is just me because I'm playing this on a controller, but it does feel a little janky here. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, no, these coins right here, in the PC version, they never actually fell. Ever. This is actually a thing that's only exclusive to the Sega Genesis and SNES versions. Okay, here's another problem with this level. There's these fans that you gotta avoid, and then these batteries that explode. Okay, here's another problematic part here. Oh shoot, I think I did this wrong. Fuck. There's a pattern you can actually do here to avoid these things altogether, but I always forget it because of how like quick this whole happens. There's a whole nother checkpoint just shortly after this, because even this game knows that this shit can be kind of like hazardous. Here's a bunch of burning batteries. Actually, I don't even think these are batteries. I think these are capacitors, actually. You have to let them all blow up so that we can find a little secret, because even this game has a secret, and this is one that I actually did not know as a kid. But there's actually like a little hidden room right here with a hat. Unfortunately, in this version of the game, you only get a star right here, but in the PC version, there was actually one last hit point here, because in the later levels, there are no longer any hit points. But there you have it. There's a 7th 1-up, which is nice. So if I go down here, I just go back up here and pick that thing up for my own safety, because I am going to need it, obviously. Oh, shoot. I was about to get hit by that, but I think I'm going to lose somewhere around here. It's just somewhere around here. Oh, yeah, it's right here. These fans. Very, very different. They're a little faster than usual, too. Oh, great. Okay, now I got to do this again. It's been 54 minutes already. Dare I? Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, like, you cannot really avoid taking damage here. You just have to take it like a freaking man. If you try to do like a no damage run, you cannot even bother with this secret. Shoot. It's a hard ass level. Ooh. There we go. 54 minutes. Chances are I continue somewhere around here. And by that I mean, like, you know, do things in a certain way. Okay. Oh, right. I thought I didn't have to duck, but apparently I do. Fluff. Gotta watch out with those. Watch out. The mechanics behind these mechanisms are interesting because they literally move at the same time. But because they move at the same time, you can actually, you know, make it so that you can actually reach certain areas. I do like this little, like, this little tumble animation that Woody has here. If Woody was in Super Smash Brothers, this would definitely be his little, like, whoa, animation and whatnot when he, like, goes over the edge or something like that. Because for those who don't know, yeah, Woody was one of those characters that I remember wanting in Super Smash Bros. Back in the Brawl days. I even made like a post on the Video Games Blogger website expressing this sentiment. Although I had a bunch of other like characters that honestly were pretty unrealistic. Or maybe they are realistic, but you know, it's just too many characters that I don't think at the time that many would be included. It was a crazy mindset I had back in the day. But I still wouldn't be opposed to Woody being in Smash Bros. He'd definitely be, if not a main, at least a good secondary, honestly. Because Woody, again, is one of those characters that I definitely love. Okay, but here we go. This is also different in the PC version. In the PC version, these fans are not like this. They don't have 4 blades. It's just dodging one single blade. But, yeah, here, I do this in a certain way. Yeah, in the PC version, it's basically like this fan right here. All 3 of them. But this one has that one, and then this one, and then the other one's like incredibly fast. Yeah, that one. You have to do it in a certain time. Yeah, it's hard to dodge that one. It's really, really hard. But there you go. These are the aliens. Stranger from the outside. Whoa, yeah. The good old stuff. I think this alien thing is one of the toys I actually never got for some reason. I think I used to have one when we used to live like in a different place many, many years ago, but ever since we moved, I've not been able to find it, so I probably lost it on the move or something, which is a shame. So here's one of the missing content that the PC version wouldn't have here. It's the really inside the claw machine level now, where you actually have to go out of your way to rescue some aliens that are trapped inside the claw machine, and you gotta like put them back where, you know, where they belong, you know, where they all hang out and stuff. Oh, right. And this is a very weird like 3D version of this whole thing. Hello. Yeah. You just gotta get them in here. Knowing where you stand here is kind of important, because for me, this was very, very new that I actually didn't remember where anything was. It's all very disorienting, to say the least. Hello. Yeah. had to go all the way back over here. And then it's here where I kind of just forget where I was. I believe it's here, right? Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Is there another door here? Oh, there is. Okay, shit. Didn't know that. There's like 8 aliens I have to take care of here, which is insane work. Okay. So there's that. Okay, there's nothing here. There's one right there. I believe the yeah. Okay, I believe the other 2 are right here. Yeah, one's right here. Take him back here. Dang it. This is very, very janky. It is interesting though. Yeah, supposedly the PC version doesn't have this level because apparently they didn't know how to implement 3D like animations into the code for this game. So that's why they never included it. Okay, it seems like I'm going to be able to get all these aliens in. I kind of have to, otherwise I won't be able to progress. This game forces you to do everything right, one way or another, even if you do it slowly, but you got to get it done, otherwise you'll just start over. With the way this plays out, you would think that this would actually be like a mini game where if you just lose, you just simply lose, but you can still keep going, but that's not how it works here. Unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough, so I couldn't get the 50, honestly. You had to basically speedrun that in order to actually get the 50 on this, too. Again, pretty hard. If you're trying to, like, 100% this game, it's going to be pretty hard, honestly, with those clunky ways of getting stars. We will take you to the claw, even though it was just simply entering through the prize door. Hui. So the claw, yeah. Okay, so this is the part. This is the third and possibly final boss battle here. It's basically the claw machine itself. You have to stop Sid from picking up Buzz and taking him away. And this is for me one of the harder levels because I actually suck at throwing the aliens at the claw. So yeah, I have to freaking practice this a little bit. I do like the music in this though. In fact, I actually like the music for all of these levels. The soundtrack for Toy Story is like some of the best. It definitely goes back. Gotta learn how to shoot this thing and then aim. You can body that claw for stars. Yeah, make sure that... You gotta make sure he drops Buzz as soon as possible because if you let him hang around for too long, he can really like capitalize on that. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is the problem. Yeah, like if you don't get him, if you miss him, he covers a lot of ground, and then just makes your life a living hell. You have to be good at timing. Oh shoot! I got hit by the freaking. Yeah, no, it's because that little string right there also hits you too. I forgot, honestly. The SNES version doesn't have that string. Only the PC version does, and this version. There we go. I need to do that. I need to time it very well. If I can time this very well, then this will be no problemo. There we go. Ooh. This is another level where getting all 50 stars is kind of like, it's kind of difficult too. Because again, stars just kind of fall and disappear off screen as soon as they land. Gotta be right close to Buzz. So they get ready for this crane to do his thing. Now. Oh shoot, he got it pretty quickly. Oh, I missed it. Wow. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Once this thing grabs Buzz, it goes very, very far. I think I should have done it more earlier. Because timing this thing is really, really tight for me here. Freaking little thing. Oh, are you kidding me? Freaking. Yeah, no, it's kind of hard to like direct the aliens at the freaking thing as well, which is one of the reasons why sometimes it goes too low and sometimes it goes too high. Get it, yeah, get it. Get all the stars if you can, but it's not easy. Okay, watch out here. It's here where he goes a little faster. There we go, there we go. Timing it, timing it. Okay, but here's where he goes a little crazy with it. Dang it. Oh my god, I almost... Okay, wait. It's not over yet. Gonna make one last intent. Oh my god, I almost... He almost got away. He almost got away. But yeah, it's one of those hard-ass bosses. Pretty fun level, but it's like very, very hard. At least for me it is. There's people who can do this very easily, but I can't do it easily at all. It's pretty hard. I beat the claw. He says I must not fight the will of the claw. All must obey, blah, blah, blah. The claw moves again because Sid probably got some more quarters after losing all 5 of his quarters right now. And one way or another, Sid picks up Buzz and just, you know, takes him to where he needs to go and all that stuff. Here's Sid like, alright, a Buzz Lightyear and a stupid cowboy doll, all for a few measly quarters. He must have been rage quitting though. Or raging, I should say. Because he didn't rage quit. He actually kept going until he got it. But he was raging. You saw how he was when Woody was trying to pull Buzz away from the claw. He was like, hey! Yeah. But anyway, let's see. Sid closes the door, yeah, because they got home. And Woody was introduced to his room. And his room is nothing like Andy's room by any means. Scarier, darker. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. Sid closes the door and does the whole magnifying glass thing where, you know, burns his head and whatnot. Sid's workbench. Make your way across Sid's desk, but look out for Sid, naturally. This level is basically like ego check in a way, where it's kind of like you have to go across the Sid's room just to, you know, just get across, I guess. There's really no purpose. You're not even racing anybody. You're just kind of like platforming. But this one is more like dire. This one is more dire compared to the compared to Andy's room, because there's falling darts, there's animatronic spiders here that are only tied up for a little bit. There's fireworks too for some reason. This was the thing that stood out to me the most of why there was even freaking fireworks in Sid's room. Like, this is, I'm pretty sure this is a safety hazard, including all these fireballs. I'm surprised this house isn't already on fire. Watch out with those darts. Oh, yeah, watch out with that. Shoot. I wanted to get that. I wanted to get that one. Yeah. The stars here are pretty tricky, honestly, because they kind of like bait you into like going off the stage, but in reality, you're just trying to like play it a little bit tactfully. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Gotta watch out with these things. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, watch out with that. Oh, you go again? That's insane work. 2 hooks here, because you got to do that hooking stuff like you did in Ego Check. There's spiky yo-yos for some reason. Pretty sure this is also a safety concern for kids, honestly, because all things considered, Sid Phillips is still a kid after all. So, holy damn. Darts that are actually blunt, which is actually insane. Thank goodness I don't have to collect all these stars. In the SNES version, apparently you do have to collect all the stars again if you get taken out, which is insane work. Uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. Oh, shoot. Fireballs. Gotta watch out with these things. Gotta watch out with them. They come pretty fast. Uh-oh. I almost missed that. I'm gonna... Yeah, hold on. Ooh. There we go. Freaking. Ooh. Yeah, get the. I want to get the stars. I think getting the stars is in my interest. Ooh. There we go. There's the checkpoint. Oh, fluff my nutters. Okay, here's another. Yeah, this. Yeah. There we go. Dang it. Oh, fluff my nutters. Yeah, getting off of that is a little difficult. Ooh. Yeah, that elevation... Oh, shoot. Yeah, the elevation for this is a little rough, actually. Like, the window to elevate yourself right here is very tight. that it's not easy to do whatsoever. You have to like barely like be out of its range in order to like go for the next hook and go upwards. There we go. There we go. There we go. But unfortunately, all of this is happening. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, get out of the way. Okay, there is a star right there, but the way to get that one is that you have to literally get this first hook right here. Oh, oh, I elevated myself. Fluff. There we go. Oh, dang it. I missed it. Are you kidding me? That's so lame. There. Jeez, what was I supposed to do there? DI or what? It was not getting... You saw that he wasn't getting it whatsoever. Kind of insane work. Dang it. Fluff. I also don't like how fast-paced these things are. Oh, fluff. I was trying to get it, but it didn't go out for some reason. Here's another tricky star right here. Ooh. And, of course, I blew it. There's a scorpion here. Oh, oh. That's a spider. Hiding. There's a checkpoint here. So going up there to get the hat is no longer an option here. So if I mess up here, I mess up here. There's Sid Phillips doing the magnifying glass thing. And this is where the level gets kind of hard. And this is kind of where you do have to race a little bit. But it's not easy. Ooh, 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 ooh. It is hot. It is hot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. It's the second one that's going to be a real pain in the ass. Gotta watch out. Gotta watch out. Don't get too hasty with it. Just want to get all the stars. There we go. That should be it. Avoid it. Avoid it. There we go. So we get that out of the way. Jeez, I can't talk. This game is also kind of intense in its own way. Ooh, ooh. Here he goes again. Oh, oh, there's another one here. Oh, yeah, there was. Oh, those fireball thingies. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, shoot. I thought I was going to go right under it. But alas. Oh, boy. This level is hard. Right there. Right there. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. There we go. Get it out of the way. If we can get past all this, we'd be in the clear. Ooh, ooh. Right there. Right there. Ooh. Dang it, it still got me regardless. Regardless. It just got me regardless. Jeez kebabs. Okay, I'm just gonna go back and get the stars because stars are of the essence. Of course, stupid fireworks. The fireworks are probably the worst things here. And of course these yo-yos. But that's only because I'm getting hasty with it. All things considered, this thing should not be that difficult. Of course. Of course it did. I'm telling you, the fireworks are the worst things here. I don't want to blow it. I don't want to blow it. I don't want to blow it. There we go. I don't want to blow it. I don't want to blow it. It's too soon to be blowing it. Hot, hot, hot. I don't know how Jim Hanks does it, but I cannot sound like Woody at all. Oh shoot, are you kidding me? This is annoying. Ooh. Okay, that one was actually pretty neato. But watch out with these damn things. I gotta try not to get hasty with it. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ooh. Damn yo-yos. Can you believe these yo-yos are actually scary? They do look scary though. Imagine shooting one of those things at somebody. Okay, here's the remaining stars. I think it's just those. Yep. Okay, that's it. Now we gotta carefully go ahead. I'm actually playing, admittedly, a lot better than I did before. Before I would game over like by the claw machine level. Okay, watch out with these things. Watch out with the fireworks. The fireworks are pretty annoying. There we go, there we go. Ooh, yeah, no, that one doesn't mess around. There we go, whoosh. That one actually lowered less. Okay. 50, there we go. Another hat, which is excellent. If you can't get the hit points, get the hats. They replenish you every time you go down. Battle of the Mutant Toys. This is basically now hanging around some other part of Sid's room, which is kind of insane. Like, how big is Sid's room? Because you already saw how Sid's workbench was like. But if you look at the rest of his room, it's going to be completely different. You're going to see right now. Look at all this. We went from green theme to brown theme out of nowhere. I like how Scud's plate is right here too. There's also soda cans here too. Some that are crushed. Okay, so obviously here, this is the level where I'd rather not even bother with the stars because there's just too much crap going on here. We can avoid them all together. Oh. Thankfully, we can avoid damage here to contain this thing. Oh, shoot. That was one of the things that I feared. One of the things I feared. Thankfully, I avoided damage altogether there. Yeah. Okay, shoot. That was one of the things I was fearing. Gotta watch out. Hopefully I don't hit a spider here. I almost did. There we go. Ah, great. Okay, wait. Yeah. Holy shit. There we go. I kind of hate that you have to duck just to hit that thing. Elevation. Sweet spot. Otherwise you don't go anywhere. Yeah, there's a very specific timing for this. It's actually time consuming, admittedly enough. Ooh, and if you blow it, you go back to square one. Oof. The spiders scare me a little bit because sometimes you could swing into the spiders and then you'll just be taking damage for no reason. Like, you have to do this, and then that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Oh, yeah. You have to do it all the way. Oy. Ooh, watch out with the fire. Yes, okay, there we go. Watch out with that, watch out with that. Oh, shoot. Of course I get hit from that. There's nothing here. Crap, sling it. Gotta watch out with this thing. If I can just... Ooh. Oh, dang it, I got hit by the fire. These fireball thingies are arguably more annoying than the spiders or the scorpions. Because these things can be dodged, but these fireballs are just everywhere. And they don't really give you much room to breathe either. They suffocate you with all kinds of stuff. Okay, thankfully it only takes 2 for that one. Since we're here, I'm gonna check out this secret right here. Oh, it's just stars. No hat, though. Okay, never mind. I was kind of hoping for another hat, but alas. I don't know why, but I feel like a hat might have been in here, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just silly with it. I do have a lousy memory, after all. Ooh, these yo-yos. I like how they come in abundance here after being absent for quite a bit of this level. There we go. Ooh, yeah, no, not that. Not that, man. Not that. Oh, shoot. Crap, sling it. This is hard because, yeah. There's a lot of crap here. Shit. Oh, I got 3 of them. I can't even jump here. There we go. I gotta go quickly. Oh my god, that thing was still tied up? Also, I didn't... Hold on. It's because I keep getting the jump button and the attack button confused. Ay, ay, ay. That shit gives me... Oh my god, are you serious? There we go. Jeez, man. There's Buzz Lightyear right here. What are you doing, Buzz? Still trying to contact Star Command? You're a toy, Buzz. You've got to come down to that resignation. I guess he gets it now. Okay, but we gotta do this now. I didn't attack for some freaking reason. Whatever. At least we got the checkpoint here. But this shit, man. Oh my goodness, this thing keeps scaring the hell out of me. There he is, again. Attack, attack. This is the freaking eyeball thing in the legs with the fish hooks. I'm gonna tell you guys something that I don't even know if I should say it, but you know me. If you know me, you know me, honestly. But let it be known that the legs in this film, they did actually activate my neurons back in the day. And you can imagine why, honestly. But nonetheless, these things are still scary to deal with, but thankfully not too bad. Okay, but there we go. So that was another level that was relatively hard. You actually have to attack these things and kind of move forward to avoid getting hit by Babyface. So, yeah. Buzz is like, he's already depressed because he came to the realization that he's a toy. He was not a space ranger like he thought he was. He feels dumb, depressed, questioning his very existence, which all things considered does sound kind of melancholy. Sid then straps Buzz to a freaking rocket, yeah. But he can't do it just yet. Actually, in this film, it actually cuts away to the part where he gets all like, you know, upset because it rains. And it just goes straight to, you know, having him ready to just go out right now. So Woody is gonna obviously use these mutant toys to actually do something to save Buzz, obviously. Because what Sid wants to do is like launch him upwards and have him explode, basically. If the explosion doesn't destroy Buzz, the fall will definitely. So obviously, this is like a life or death situation kind of a thing here. We're gonna be doing Roller Bomb now. This is kind of like the Run Rex Run level, but I think this one is supposed to be easier. I'm not really sure. A lot of people say this one's harder, but I think back in the day I always considered this one to be easier, since it's not as fast paced as the Run Rex Run one. But I could be wrong on that. These cans, I don't feel like they hold a candle to the trains from Run Rex Run. The fireworks might, but even then, not really, because they don't throw soldiers at you or anything like that. The soldiers are basically those bombs that you're gonna see in a bit right now. Oh shit. Okay, the fireworks are a little faster, I'll give them that. They're faster than the airplanes. I didn't get the checkpoint. Am I crazy? Oh, there's the bombs. Oh shoot, but I can't do nothing here. Ooh. Right there. Oh, but there was a can. Crabsling it. I also didn't get those 2 stars over there. For me. Gotta watch out with the fireworks. The fireworks do come out fast. Yeah, I think they are faster than the airplanes. The airplanes are slow, but they summon the soldiers, so... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty hard level. This is another level I tried reenacting when I was a kid. Thought it was fun. Crap singing. Even the moving band scene... Oh, shoot. Even the moving band scene I remember trying to reenact. Oh, shoot. I can't get those stars. Oh, shoot. Okay, right there. Ooh, yeah, right there. Wow. Look at all this. It's like a party. Whose birthday is it? It's certainly not Sid's. Shoot. There's a lot of bombs here. Uh-oh. There's a lot of bombs. Cross it. Okay, there's the checkpoint, so if we die, we can get past all this. Oh, damn! This shit is insane. Wait. This one, it has a flow that just feels nice. It's kind of insane. It is hard level for sure, but it's like there's like a flow that just feels super nice. I can't get enough of it. But it be what it be, man. Be what it be. Okay. So we've made it pretty far. Right. Reactionary based. Reaction. Oh shoot, I'm messing up. Oh my god, I got 2 hit points again. Okay, I'm doing pretty well, but it does go, it's just the damn D-pad that's pretty hard to like maintain it without it going all crazy. But it be what it be, man. So yeah, this is the part where the toys, obviously, they reveal themselves to Sid after all the torment they've gone through or something. I don't even know if they even felt anything, real talk, but if they did, then they is getting their revenge. And Woody's the one that tells them, play nice. And then they escape, and then, Woody gets left behind, or Buzz gets left behind here while Woody tries to get onto the moving van. So what he does is get RC and goes back to go get him. Which is kind of an interesting way to put it here, because this is another liberty that this game takes from the film. Because in the film, obviously, he actually, they both actually were supposed to actually go to Andy's car, but because Buzz got stuck for a bit on the fence, Woody had to basically like, he had to basically go back and get him, and then that's when they missed the Andy's car, and they had to settle for the van instead. And even then, they were still struggling. But here, obviously, Woody has to go back and get him with RC. So this is another like another format of the game where you kind of have to drive with RC again, which is nice. I always like the RC levels, believe it or not. They are hard, but I don't know. I just like RC as a character. I like the toy too, honestly. There's a reason I got that when I was a kid too, and still have it to this day. I just don't use it very much. It's just hanging around in my ceiling right now. But yeah, all this. Gotta make sure it's here. Gotta get all those power cells. The power cells seem to run out very quickly here, and it's very easy to miss them. And you gotta go quickly here too. Like, you can't really take your time here. You have to just get them quickly. I like the juice sound it makes when you collect these. Sounds like you're drinking juice. Maybe the Gatorade. It does have the Gatorade logo after all. In fact, I think when I was a kid, I used to treat the Gatorades like the power cells. Especially for work. Anything to reenact those moments, honestly. From this game. Because if you couldn't already tell, this is one of those games I love with all of my being. Let's see if I can get all of them. I actually struggle getting all of them here. Okay, there's more. Oh, there it is, another one. There was only 3 positions where these power cells were, but in this game, there's like somewhere there in the middle, which is kind of crazy. There's still a lot. There we go, there we go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They're like in the dead middle. Oh, there we go. Oh, I actually made it. There's, I guess Sid's house to pick up Buzz because Buzz was left behind. We got the nice 50 here, okay. Not bad. So here's a... Oh yeah, by the way, that level was not in the SNES version, apparently, of Toy Story. For what reason? I'm not really sure, because there was no reason. Maybe there was limitations to the cartridges. I'm not sure. But either way, now we're here. And now that we picked up Buzz, Now we have to keep on going, and this is where we had to basically do another version of that level from the Buzz Clip level, and it's Light My Fire, where we have to race on all over the neighborhood to catch up with the moving van and make it to, you know, to Andy and whatnot. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Again, I'm not gonna really focus on the stars here because these stars, believe it or not, they're scattered everywhere. They're, like, some are over here and there are others that are like way over here and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't think it's worth it, especially with how quick this this thing runs out of power cells. Oh, fluff. See? The obstacles are very hard to get by too, so it's like, I don't think it's worth trying to invest for those stars. No, supposedly you don't even get anything out of these if you actually manage to get all 50 stars in every level, so it's kind of like, this is only like if you want to activate those mini games to activate more hit points or unlock more hit points for your HP and whatnot. But given how close we are to finishing this, it ain't worth it. Gotta be careful. I'll fluff my nose. You're kidding? There we go. Okay. Okay, there's another power cell right here. Right there. This level is actually surprisingly long too. So imagine that, all these stars scattered everywhere, and then on top of that, this level is so long, it goes on forever. It's just not worth it, honestly. I could try to get a few, but again, not worth. There we go. I think this is it. Yep. Okay, so we got past that level too. You know what? Maybe I don't even have to. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I don't have to split this game into two. I thought I did because before it took me like almost 2.5 or 3 hours, I think, to beat this game. But it's actually taking me a lot less time now, surprisingly enough. So that's actually kind of insane. No good. RC isn't fast enough to keep up with the truck. We need to go even quicker. Okay, let's light the rocket on my back. Boost after the truck, and there we go. Rocket Man. This is it. Truck's in sight. Andy's mom's car is just in front of it. Reach the car. No longer lost toys. Good luck. Thank you, Etch a Sketch. You've been quite an interesting guide here. Whew. Yeah, but boy, this game gets me sweaty, believe it or not. So here, basically, we have to basically fly with the rocket now. Here it comes. And hilariously enough, we're gonna leave RC behind. Yeah, because look, as you can see, all these cars are here, and RC is still back over there. So it's like, damn, we're actually leaving this fella behind. Gotta be careful here. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, these cars do damage, so gotta be careful. Ooh, ooh. Anything but progressive. Progressive. Ouch. It's very hard to time the spacings here. Right there. There we go. The stars are actually a decent, like, a decent way to, you know, direct you in the right position. But you just gotta make sure not to overshoot it once you get all the stars. Because if you do, then that's what causes you to get hit. So in the PC version, you actually don't have to go all the way down here. But in this version of the game, you do have to go way down here. In the PC version, you just stay up there until you see a star, and that's your signal to actually get ahead. Yeah, right there. We gotta go forward here. Ouch. Andy's mom. Hi. That's funny. I find it funny that the star is right in front of the car. Andy's mom is literally gonna see you guys flying there. 38, but that's fine. Ooh, boy. So there we go. We got the Toy Story game covered here too. Like I said before, this game is really hard too. You saw how many times I went down. If it wasn't for those respawning hats, I probably would have game over here like several times ago. But thankfully, I didn't have to do that whatsoever. And I think that's what also caused me to, you know, like take forever to actually beat this game. So, but I actually finished this like in roughly an hour and a half. Not bad, actually. It's almost as long as the movie, basically, which is kind of cool. So this is almost like watching the movie alongside with me, except not really, though, because I'm just covering the game. But the game is also fun, if you couldn't already tell. And to this day, I still get a kick out of playing this game. Still my favorite. I wish games were like this more often. As you can see, Woody and Buzz live happily ever after, sort of. Because they're no longer like enemies or stuff. Even though they do have conflicts later on in the later films, but for now, they is chillin'. And once this is covered, the game congratulates you, kind of like Contra does. It tells you, well done, you have completed Toy Story, hope you enjoyed it, thanks for playing, you're welcome, and thank you for making this game, because this game, yeah, is a classic for me, honestly. It's got nice platforming, I get to play as one of my favorite characters of all time, in Woody. I get to see all kinds of like level designs that I actually did like so much that I even had to reenact it myself during that time where I couldn't actually play this game whatsoever. So that's another thing that was like, damn. But with all that said, let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, they give you the they give you, like, unlike in the PC version and I think in the SNES version too, the Sega Genesis actually gives you like a little lineup, like a recap of all the characters you've encountered. They show you Rex, they show you Rocky, who for some reason I actually never knew that he had a surname and that it was Gibraltar, but it is. There's Ham. This is almost like showing you the casts basically, which I think is kind of amusing. But in reality, they're just showing you the sprites. There's Robot, one of the faster toys in the game, one that was pretty hard to deal with when it came to the red alert level, because it was always hard to time back in the day. Nowadays I've gotten used to it, but back then that was a whole different story. Snake is in Toy Story? Holy damn, even before Metal Gear Solid? Next levels of insanity. I'm just kidding, I don't know. But yeah, this snake thingy, you can never tie this thing up already because this thing is already basically like a rope. I guess that's why you can't do anything to it. There's the RC car. That's like arguably my second favorite toy of all time from the series. Mr. Potato Head. He the funny guy. The squeeze toy alien. These things were very difficult to use in the claw machine level. There's Scud. I like how only half of his body shows. They could have just modeled the whole thing for him even if they didn't show the rest of it. There's Roller Bob. That's the thing we ride on to get past everything. Legs. Arguably the sexiest toy in this whole series. Unless you want to count Bo, but Bo is not in this game, so it is what it is. Rockmobile. Also, that's what it's called. Rockmobile. Why is it called a mobile? It doesn't even have a motor. It's just hands. And finally, I think Babyface here. Oh no, there's one more character, I think. Actually, there's two more characters after Babyface. There's Buzz Lightyear. I like how they show you Buzz Lightyear but not Woody. Which is funny. But also messed up. But I guess because Woody was the highlight of this game, like, you play as him from beginning to end. Nightmare Buzz. You literally play as Woody and RC in this game. But Buzz Lightyear sort of at the end. But it's kind of the same thing. Then there's the credits. This is interesting because yeah, as you can see, the credits music for this game is actually a lot more different. Unlike the PC version, which only uses the level 1 music for the credits, and the SNES version apparently has no music, even though there was supposedly a song composed for it, but was never able to fit it into the actual credits. Whereas the Genesis version does have some form of ending credits music. Which again, I guess is the reason why a lot of people consider the Sega Genesis version of the Toy Story game to be the definitive version to play. It has all of the content that the other two versions have, and it's got like music everywhere basically. There's no quiet moments or anything like that. It's all music, which is something I like because yeah, the music in this game is actually pretty good. Even though I personally still prefer the PC version music because it's actually a lot more higher quality and everything just sounds very, very like, you know, I guess nostalgic, which I guess should be no surprise to anyone at this point. But yeah, that's Toy Story for you guys. Fun game, obviously. It is tough, but I love it still. I think that's one of the reasons why I liked it either way. It was pretty hard, and playing through a whole game, with my favorite character is actually, it's always a good time, obviously. This is like, these are the types of games I played way back then before I got into stuff like Pokemon, for instance, or even Super Smash Brothers. Like games that you can kind of just play and not really worry about like platforming. Even though Smash Bros is a platform fighter, it's not like one where you have to like go through obstacles. At least not until adventure mode came along. That's where you kind of get to do that a little bit. But there wasn't like a lot going like in terms of risking it or anything like that. It was just a matter of finishing stuff with a reasonable amount of time, and usually the timers were very, very generous in Smash Bros. When it came to adventure mode, whether it be the Subspace Emissary or the adventure mode in Melee. So yeah. But with all that said, yeah, if that's gonna be Toy Story once again. So if you guys like this, obviously, good for you. Obviously, thank you for watching as always. Hope to catch you fellas for whatever else I decide to showcase on this channel. Like I said before, it could be anything. It could be more games like these, or it could be some new games or something like that. But yeah, for now, just take it easy and have yourselves a good one.